Good evening, everybody. Today, we are going to talk about patient centric healthcare delivery, accelerating innovation, design, and development of medical devices. The journey of human civilization can be broadly broken up into two parts: those who follow trends and those who create them. Both are equally important for success. The ability to detect urgent patterns and connect invisible dots can help us decode changing market behaviors and stay closely clued into what our customers really need. On the other hand, having the conviction to follow our heart's calling and take the road less traveled can help us create the next big thing and become a legend by inspiring the most other trends. Talking about all things trending today in the medical device industry with me is the amazing Miss Anu Moturi, founder and CEO Kriyamed. She carries with her years of critical experience in the field of medical device industry throughout
George,
her
I'm unable to
illustrious.
hear you. I'm unable to hear you. There
Hello.
seems to be a problem. Can you hear me?
Yes. Talking about all things trending.
Ma'am, I suggest you to please reload the link if possible. Re-enter the joining studio because we can hear him here.
I can hear you now.
Talking about all things trending today in the medical device industry with me is the amazing Miss Anu Motri, founder and CEO Kriya Med. She carries with her years of critical experience in the field of medical device industry. Throughout her event growth, she has been at the center of several path-breaking trends and studied many more closely. Her mantra is innovation, affordability, healthcare. She holds a master's degree at computer science and electrical engineering from Auckland University. She worked with the Ford Motor Company for various capacities across the globe for 15 years prior to starting Kriya Group of companies. This makes Miss Anu the perfect person for this very special episode of Trending Tuesday, an exclusive offering from the Voice of Healthcare Network, where we analyze and discuss some of the most important patterns and developments that are either influencing healthcare today or carry the power to shape it in the new future. As we dive into the discussion, we would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed viewers and audience. It is for you all that we have created this show. I hope you like it and urge you to participate with your questions and suggestions. We make a serious note of your feedback and it helps us to keep improving the quality of this program. We will start, Anu, with some very pressing questions. With the explosion of digital tools to manage health and the rise of classical communalism in the health space, this transformation in consumer behavior is driving many healthcare and life science organizations to rethink their consumer relationship and patient engagement strategies. Do you think it has led to a strategic shift in the operations of the medical device industries?
So, George, good evening, and good evening to all the viewers. Thank you for having me on the Voice of Healthcare show. I really appreciate this opportunity. Great question, George, and it is very pertinent and relevant. I would not necessarily call it classic consumerism because at the core of this, for instance, like wearables, right, it's more pertinent to the word or the term consumerism is more pertinent to wearables. But at the core of what is happening with the transformation, this is with regards to healthcare delivery. So I would say while digital tools have been emerging in the last decade in healthcare, globally, post-pandemic, we're at a great inflection point right now where there is considerable acceleration and willingness to adopt in terms of healthcare providers and also government bodies to digitalize the healthcare delivery to make it more patient centric. So really, classic examples being organizations that were pushing for telemedicine calls last year were at best making maybe 50 to 100 calls, telemedicine calls all of last year. But in the span of 6 months, they've already been at 10x growth as compared to last year, all of last year in total. So medical devices and technology play a very critical role in enabling this transformation by creating the tools that are necessary to effect this transformation. So with the second part of the question, I think you mean to ask if this digitalization has led to a strategic shift in the types of products and services that the medical device industry is moving towards. So in a nutshell, the answer is a resounding yes. So this is only going to accelerate over the next decade. Be it the infrastructure that enables telemedicine or AI-enabled medical devices that are smart medical devices or blockchain-enabled healthcare records. These are just a few examples of digital transformation in healthcare. At the core of it all is actually the focus on improving patient outcomes by decreasing the number of human errors, enabling physicians identify trends and patterns to accurately zero in on early diagnosis, or be it identifying disease prevalence in large patient populations, so we're able to treat it in a preemptive manner. So Kriya really has been at the forefront of digitalization, where we have innovated to automate the entire pre-analytical workflow in labs and hospitals, to enable healthcare providers to significantly improve quality by reducing quality of testing outcomes, by reducing the human error, making it more patient-centric by greatly reducing the turnaround time. So in conclusion, what I really mean to say is that smart medical devices and technology is really critical to this transformation.
Thank you. That's quite enlightening. Your organization has one sole mantra to deliver affordable and innovative healthcare solutions. There has been a financial crunch which has affected the Indian medtech industry, which probably might have led to the thinking creative to reduce cost, timing, and burden. Do you see all of this a challenge for Kriyamed?
Um, so George, let me first thank you for calling out Kriya's philosophy and mantra. This is really near and dear to my heart and forms the bedrock of who we are. And this is at the core of every action we perform as a company. Yes, the pandemic indeed has definitely made us all think super hard on how to become more efficient and how we apply frugal engineering to both product development and manufacturing to deliver more affordable products. So in response to the pandemic, Kriya has leveraged its expertise in the pre-analytical space, looked at this more as an opportunity rather than as a challenge. We applied frugal engineering in an accelerated fashion to develop and deliver to the market one of the first of its kind, the molecular transport specimen collection kit, to collect samples for COVID RT-PCR testing. This kit was not only 100% indigenized, but also we were able to substantially reduce the cost as compared to what was then primarily being imported. So while the pandemic has presented many challenges, this has also given us as a community, as a healthcare community, as being a part of this ecosystem, it has given us all a great opportunity to rise to the challenge to really do more with less.
Thank you, Anu. I mean, it's great to know that number one, the product is Indianized, and that will mean that you're employing more people from India. And I think so that's really good to hear. And as your company grows, I do understand that you will be opening another plant soon. You have one plant in Chennai already, and you would be expanding, and that's really good to know from our economical point of view that yes, more people will get employment. More importantly, I think so. What you're the product that you're selling is a stamp on quality, and I think so. That's the main focus that today you're looking at giving a quality product into the market, so that there is a reassurance to the public, to the people who are sending their samples, that yes, it is the right sample, it is going into the lab at the right temperature, and we will get the right reading. So again, I think so your efforts are laudable, and thank you. Please share your point of view over the role of the government policies and the effect, if any, towards the Indian medical device industry, and how it has been contributing towards the evolution of the concept of clinical design of the medical device industry to become consumer centric.
So, great question and very relevant at this point in time. Really, first of all, the medical device manufacturing industry is still very nascent in India. So, what pharmaceutical really, I mean, pharmaceutical is so well developed in India, but we have ways to go with medical device manufacturing. So, largely speaking, majority of the medical devices are still being imported into the country. I'm very encouraged by the fact that the Indian government is now accelerating development and implementation of its regulatory framework to standardize not only classification, but also the manufacturing processes, thereby ensuring uncompromised quality of medical devices that are going to be delivered to the patients all over the country. And this also really positions us to compete very strongly on at the global platform. So this is indeed going to present another huge challenge to the government to really figure out how to help the existing facilities upgrade and comply to this changing regulation. The government, I'm sure, is also planning for the increased costs associated with this, and they're also aware of this. And I sure hope they will incentivize new and existing manufacturers to comply. This is going to greatly enable not only greatly enable, but also significantly improve the quality of healthcare within our country, but also increase the access to great quality care for all. Given that we're poised, there's another challenge in front of us today, right? I mean, given that we're poised for accelerated digital transformation, one of the biggest challenges that the Indian government is going to face is protecting patient data privacy, right? I mean, this is a big deal, especially with the Prime Minister, just who recently announced completely digitalizing all the patient health records, and just like we have the Aadhaar card coming up with an electronic health card. This is going to pose a huge challenge, right? So as being a part of this ecosystem, the government should ensure a strong regulatory framework to also protect patient data. At Kriya, we have already ensured that our digital platform complies with the patient privacy laws as mandated by the US and also other countries in Europe. And we are certainly looking forward to evolve our platform to ensure compliance with the Indian laws. So I would really like to say that the government policies can help effect great transformation, right from declaring the medical device industry as being a priority sector, ensuring that they're actually continuously developing and implementing standards and regulations, and doing a lot more so we can ensure that it is going to continue to stay patient-centric as we evolve.
Develops for past 15 plus years, and that's a protected corporate world. How does it feel of coming out of a corporate world and being an entrepreneur? And what are the challenges you have faced while setting up Kriya in India?
Well, that's that's a very what shall I say? That's been a one heck of a journey, if I have to say that. It's been a phenomenal journey. First of all, becoming an entrepreneur. It's been extremely challenging, but like I said, I'm all about looking at a challenge as being as an opportunity to rise to the challenge. But most importantly, I think it's given me a great opportunity to number one, create this enterprise that actually is innovating to develop and deliver medical devices that touches so many lives. We have the ability to touch so many lives and to create jobs, and specifically in India. I mean, coming back to India after 2 decades, and to invest in India, which I'm super excited to be doing this. I have to say that yes, it's been a monumental shift, but it's also given me like I said, the opportunity to create value, to create jobs, and most of all, to create product that touches and provides solutions to heal many lives. So it's
Would
been
you?
exciting.
Yeah, that's excellent. Would you just explain the journey of exactly what this product is, and how does it reach the lab?
So I would say basically we predominantly play in the pre-analytical space. That's really what enabled us to in a very short period of time develop the accelerate the development of our molecular transport media kit for the RT-PCR testing for COVID. But we actually have expertise in devices and the digital platform to enable labs to basically automate the entire pre-analytical space, ensuring, and we have solutions that are customized to every lab, and we're able to customize these solutions to ensure that we're able to retain the integrity of the samples, and integrity of the samples by collecting them in our quality devices, and by ensuring that we have a comprehensive smart transportation solution that is all fully integrated into our digital platform while delivering it to the lab.
Leaders of tomorrow.
I'm sorry, George, I could not hear the first part of your question.
Yeah, what would be your mantra for change leaders of tomorrow?
Oh, have passion for what you do and do it with compassion.
Compelled you to go into medical devices? I mean, was there some personal reasons that you really thought about it, or what really was something that really excited you to get into it? What was the passion behind getting into medical devices?
So I've had the opportunity while I was in the corporate world to work across to work and live across many industries, across many countries, across many continents. I would say, be it Africa or be it Europe, and also Asia. And I traveled with my children and my family, and I was able to firsthand experience the disparity between what's available and affordable and accessible between developed countries and developing countries. So, as an engineer, I really saw this as a great opportunity for me to for me to look at ways in which we could innovate, apply frugal engineering techniques, and really find a way to, even for basic health problems, right? I mean, be it diabetes, or be it cardiac, or be it communicable diseases, really find solutions, complete solutions, integrated into a digital platform that would really allow us to do more, right? To make sure that we're able to deliver affordable and accessible care. So that really is what drove me to really start Kriya. And in my business, really what inspires me is the very thought of being blessed, of being blessed to be in a position to innovate and to find solutions and deliver these solutions to impact large communities across the world to solve real problems that touch lives. That, to me, really is what drove me to actually to really found Kriya.
Need to start in your mantra, add, innovate, inspire also, along with innovate affordable healthcare. Uh, how has been the Indian response? I mean, I know you're selling your product currently in India, and you would soon be launching it in Europe, and also you have applied for licenses in the US. How
Yes.
has been the response of your product in India itself?
We've had a great response. All the national um, uh, healthcare delivery outlets, I mean, such as labs as well as hospitals, have received our product very well, and they're using it right now. And we're very, very excited with the response that we've actually received. So I have to say, I mean, it's super encouraging, and we're very excited.
So people are now focused on also on quality. I mean, that's something that we were really struggling in. I mean, and as hospitals and uh, different institutions start getting accredited, whether it's JCI or NABH, or we are talking of CAP accreditations, I think so. Your product really would play a huge role in ensuring that quality standards are maintained right from the point of contact with the patient till the product reaches the kind of the lab. So I think so this will this I'm quite sure that people will start appreciating what you're doing, and we really hope that the company keeps growing and expanding in India and across uh, as soon as possible. As a thought leader who inspires many, how do you stay inspired yourself?
So, like I said, George, for me, really the most inspiring thing for me is the ability to be able for us to create, innovate, and create these solutions that impact large communities, right? To solve real problems that touch lives. And to me, just like what we were able to do, right, as a response to COVID. I mean, we're in a very unique we're in a very unique position to do that, and to me, that's super inspiring to be able to do that. I mean, that keeps me ticking every day in the morning. I mean, to get up and say, "Wow, we can. I mean, we can do this, and we have the capability to do this, right? From engineering to manufacturing to ensuring that we're able to bring out great solutions at the right quality, at an uncompromised quality. I mean, this to me is inspiring.
I was also talking to you earlier, where you were saying that you would be also using the digital platform to do a similar work for pharmacies and drugs. Is that something that is down the line or in your pipeline in the next 3 4 years?
So we are definitely with the large factory. You brought that up. So we have a large factory that's coming up in Chennai as well, in the outskirts of Chennai, and we are expanding our product portfolio. And we are looking at smart drug delivery devices as well, and integrating these devices into our digital platforms, so we can actually provide a very comprehensive solution and be able to make it much more patient centric, and enable the healthcare providers to be able to also make it much more patient centric. Yes.
The industry is not media savvy. Do you think we should raise our voices more often?
Absolutely, yes. I would say, right from the government to public opinion to, um, um, with people who are a part of this ecosystem. I think it is very important, especially it's come to the forefront, and it's come to light that not just the doctors and the nurses who are in the front line. Believe it or not, during the pandemic, we had 3 shifts going in our factory. And I tell you, each one of those people working on the line were COVID warriors, right? So it is very important to recognize, and it's very important to raise our voices, and to represent ourselves, because we all form a part of this ecosystem, and everybody is a critical contributor. Yes.
What kind of gap in the healthcare space do you think dedicated media and content platform like Voice of Healthcare Network fills?
So I would say that, you guys, by the way, did a terrific job during the pandemic. I mean, bringing to the forefront a lot of issues that many of us, be it the professionals or be it the entrepreneurs or be it, all of us who were actually facing these challenges, right? So this type of the Voice of Health network, this type of a platform, we not only have professionals, but we also have entrepreneurs who manage the economic delivery, the economics of delivery. So we're able to work together as a community on such a platform to effect transformation. So Indian healthcare becomes a benchmark for the world. So I'd say, I mean, this sort of a platform is necessary and critical to effect this type of transformation and offers a very collaborative environment for us to do that.
So, the what is going to be the way forward? Yes, we're all talking about the digital platform. We're all talking about transformation. We are all talking about AI. How do you see your company evolving in the next 10 years?
We are working very rapidly, I would say, to be in the forefront of actually providing a total solution, total solution that would enable the healthcare delivery channels to make it patient centric, not only going to the homes, but also for the patients to be able to manage and monitor their diseases in real time, in real time by engaging with the healthcare professionals. So I really see us as a company that is not only is in the forefront of this transformation, but but really leading the way in this transformation with our devices and our digital platform.
Uh, Thank you, Anu, so much for your insights. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you, trying to understand what your company is doing, Kriyamed, and we wish you a lot of success. We also would like to thank all our viewers and listeners for tuning in, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank
This
you,
is
George,
Dr.
for the opportunity. And thank you very much to VOH as well. Thank you.